Hello and welcome. In the previous videos, we have explored the comprehensive information about education in South Africa, starting from early childhood development all the way to institutions of higher learning or universities. We also looked at the application windows for schools, TVET colleges, and universities. Furthermore, we looked at the different use of the words application, registration, and enrollment. Equipped with this information, now it's time to look at the admission requirements. Watch this video to learn more about that. Let's go. Admission requirements. In South Africa, admission requirements refer to the set of criteria that individuals must meet in order to gain entry into an educational institution or program. These requirements can vary depending on the level of education. For example, primary, secondary, tertiary, and the specific institution or program being applied to. Admission requirements typically encompass various aspects such as academic qualifications, standardized test scores, personal statements, recommendation letters, portfolios for certain programs, interviews, and sometimes additional criteria like extracurricular activities or community service. For example, at the university level, admission requirements may include a minimum grade point average or GPA in secondary school, satisfactory scores on standardized tests like the National Senior Certificate NSC exam or National Benchmark Test, the NBT, submission of application forms and transcripts, and possibly letters of recommendation or testimonial or a personal statement. Let's look at the admission requirements for schools. Admission requirements for schools in South Africa can vary depending on the type of school, whether it's public or private, the level of education, whether it's primary, secondary, or tertiary, and the specific policies of the school or educational institution that is being applied to. Here are some general guidelines for different levels. Primary and secondary schools. Proof of age. Typically, schools require proof of child's age, often in the form of a birth certificate. Immunization records. Some schools may require up-to-date immunization records. Previous academic records. Especially for secondary schools, applicants may need to provide academic records from their previous schools. Application forms. Parents or guardians usually need to complete application forms providing necessary personal and contact information. Private schools. Admission test. Some private schools may require students to undergo admission tests or interviews as part of the application process. Recommendation letters. Letters of recommendation from previous teachers or other relevant individuals may be requested. Financial documentation. For some private schools, financial documentation may be required, including proof of the ability to pay tuition fees. Admission requirements for TVET colleges. Admission requirements for technical and vocational education and training colleges in South Africa can vary depending on the specific college and the program of study. TVET colleges offer a range of vocational and occupational qualifications, and the entry requirements may differ based on the nature of the courses. Here are some general guidelines. National Senior Certificate, NSC, or equivalent. For many TVET college programs, applicants are typically required to have completed the National Senior Certificate, or NSC, or equivalent qualification. Some programs may accept the Senior Certificate, SC, or National Certificate Vocational, NCV. Grade 9, 10, 11, 12 completion. Depending on the program, some TVET colleges may admit students who have completed grade 9, 10, 11, or 12. Different courses may have different entry points. Subject requirements. Some programs may have specific subject requirements, particularly for some specialized courses. For example, technical courses may require a background in mathematics and physical sciences. Language proficiency. Proficiency in the language of instruction is important. Most TVET college programs are offered in English, so applicants may need to demonstrate English language proficiency. Application form and documents. Prospective students are typically required to complete an application form provided by the TVET college and submit it along with the necessary documents. Required documents may include academic transcripts, a copy of the NSC or equivalent qualification, and sometimes letters of recommendations or testimonials. Application fee. Some TVET colleges may charge a nominal application fee. Interviews or placement tests. Certain programs may require applicants to undergo interviews or placement tests, especially for courses with a practical or skills-based focus. Age requirements. Some programs may have age restrictions or specific age requirements. It's important to note that TVET colleges offer a variety of courses, from engineering and technical programs to business and service-oriented courses. As a result, the admission requirements can vary widely between programs. Prospective students are advised to check the specific admission criteria for the program they are interested in by consulting the official website of the TVET college or by contacting the college directly. Prospective students are advised to check the specific admission criteria for the program they are interested in by consulting the official website of the TVET college or by contacting the college directly. Admission requirements for universities. Admission requirements for universities in South Africa can vary between institutions and specific programs of study. However, a general overview of the common admission requirements for undergraduate programs at South African universities is provided. National Senior Certificate, or NSC. The most common entry requirement qualification for university is the National Senior Certificate or equivalent qualification. The NSC is typically obtained after completing grade 12 and it's necessary for university admission. Subjects requirements. Universities often have specific subject requirements for certain programs. For example, certain degree programs may require students to have completed specific subjects at the high school level. Some programs, especially in the sciences and engineering, may have specific subject prerequisites. Admission point score, or APS. Some universities use the admission point score, or APS system, which assigns points based on a student's performance in specific subjects. The APS is then used for admission consideration. The APS is calculated based on the NSC results and may include additional points for specific subjects. Language proficiency. Proficiency in the language of instruction, usually English, is crucial. If English is not your first language, you may need to provide proof of English proficiency through standardized tests like the TOEFL or the IELTS. Application form and documents. Applicants are typically required to complete an application form provided by the university and submit it along with the required documents. Required documents may include academic transcripts, a copy of the NSC or equivalent qualification, and sometimes letters of recommendation or testimonials. Application fee. Universities may require an application fee which varies between institutions. Other considerations. Some programs may have additional requirements such as interviews, portfolios for creative arts programs, or admission tests. In some cases, universities may consider factors beyond academic performance, such as extracurricular activities, leadership qualities, and community involvement. The information provided here is a general guide, and the most accurate and up-to-date details can be obtained from the official website of the university or by contacting the university's admissions office. Thank you for watching, and please remember to share, subscribe, and like. Thank you for watching.